This slide is from the trachea. What you're seeing is we're starting at a higher magnification currently. Right now, you're seeing a total of a 400x total magnification. This slide is great to see a little more detail, but it especially shows the ciliated pseudostratified columnar epithelium with goblet cells very well. So if we zoom in a little bit, get a little bit higher magnification, we can see in this view then that all of these little hair-like projections, all of those hair-like projections are the cilia. Now the cilia are going to be on the apical surface of the epithelial tissue. The apical surface is going to be the surface that's exposed. In this case, it's what's exposed to the air traveling down the trachea. It's what's open to the inside of the trachea. If you go just a little bit deeper in the tissue, you can see these purple kind of oval shapes. Here's another one. All of these purple oval shapes are the goblet cells. Now these goblet cells are able to produce mucin. Now this mucin, or this mucus, will be secreted and it can help to trap debris and trap small particles on the apical surface. Once it traps particles, the cilia will beat in their wave-like fashion to remove the actual mucus and propel it out of the trachea. If we keep on going down, we'll notice right along here, this thin edge is the end of your ciliated pseudostratified columnar epithelium. That's the basal surface. So down here is the apical, up here is the basal. Remember, all basal surfaces are supported by connective tissue. The actual cells themselves, even though they're only one row, they look like they're multiple, hence the term pseudostratified. What you can notice is these small purple spheres are in all different orientation. The nuclei, which are these little parts, are not in a nice straight row. So just make sure we're clear on this. These nuclei are different than these larger purple cells called the goblet cells. So small purple nuclei, large purple goblet. So you can notice that the nuclei, though, are scattered. They're spread throughout. The reason being is that all of these columnar cells in the pseudostratified columnar epithelium, they all touch this basal surface up here. But not all of them reach the apical surface down here. So here we have our ciliated pseudostratified columnar epithelium with goblet cells, which is lining the inside of the trachea. Now this is also known as the mucosal layer of the trachea. So the epithelial tissue here is known as the mucosal layer. So your cilia is pseudostratified columnar epithelium with goblets found at a high magnification in the trachea.